It's the final match of the Magic Weekend, day one, and look at the scoreline. Wakefield at 28, Leeds Rhinos, the champions, 16. We've had a couple of shocks. Harlequins have won, the Crusaders have won. Warrington put Salford to the sword, but Wakefield beating the Leeds Rhinos 28-16 at half-time. Brian Hall is fit to resume at the start of the second half, injured in scoring his second try of the first 40 minutes that has given Leeds hope for this second half. Kevin Sinfield about to get the game underway. Now in the second half, Leeds will have whatever benefit there is of the wind at their backs. Let's see if it makes any great difference. Here come Wakefield, and Leeds piling down from the kickoff. A lot of water to run under the bridge here at Murrayfield yet, Steve, over in this second half, and Leeds are just 2 converted tries out of it.
Yeah, and I think John Keir will be extremely disappointed at the fact, only seconds before that first half finished, that they allowed Ryan Hall to squeeze in at the corner. And I mentioned as they were traipsing off to the dressing rooms, in as much that, you know, it gives this Rhino outfit some hope, something to discuss at the half-time break. But John Keir is a smart cookie. He knows that Wakefield will play basic rugby league football, keep it tight, and get a good kick and chase game, which was very effective in the opening 20 minutes.
Well, there was the kick from Jeffries. There's the chase, but Webb evades them, but he's running laterally. Now he's running back, and he's lost ground there because Luke George and Sam Ops on him in an instant in the end. John Keir will have simply said at half-time, look, more of the same in this second half. Outstanding first 40 minutes from the Wildcats.
And at the same reasoning, Brian McLennan would have said to his players, look, some of that defence was pretty shocking. They allowed the Wakefield Wildcats to spin and turn in the tackle and get out of the defensive line.
Good run from Delaney, halted by Johnson again. Dimitri was low down. This is the last tackle here for Leeds. There's the kick from Sinfield. Arrows the ball towards the corner post.
That's a great recovery, Eddie. Great recovery from the Leeds Rhinos on that first set. Brent Webb actually going sideways and backwards. Not a good sign. Completion. Outstanding kick from Kevin Sinfield, playing the Wakefield Wildcats at their right end of the field.
You've been talking, Paul, throughout this day about completion, complete your sets, go for territory. Do you think that's what Brian McLennan has said to Leeds to start this second half? Play them at the other end of the field and see where it takes us. 2
tries adrift, 40 minutes to do it. You don't have to score in the first set, but what you can't do is give the ball away and give away too much field position. So if you give any gifts to Wakefield, Johnny Keir's going to snap them up.
This is Aaron Murphy again. And Clarkson, Chris Clarkson and Ian Kirk doing the job on him. And of course Leeds continuing in this match without the little pivot Rob Burrow. Let's see what the news on him is. Bill.
He won't be coming back, Eddie. Rob Burrow sitting on the sidelines. He's back in his tracksuit. Just a quick word with him a moment ago, and look of resignation on his face. That left knee, the bang he got earlier in the game is a problem. Exactly what sort of problem they won't let on, but they're just saying he's got a bang on the knee, but it's obviously sufficient to keep him out the rest of the game, which is a blow given the way he'd started off. Real live wire for the Rhinos early on, Rob Burrow.
He certainly was. It's a big responsibility now on the shoulders of the likes of, well, Jamie Peacock when he gets back on, but Danny Maguire and company. But Wakefield in no mood to let this lead slip. Dimitri's kick finds touch just, and I'll tell you something else, Steve-O. Tavita Leolatu is causing chaos.
Certainly is. It's such a big man as well, difficult to put down, but you mentioned that Brian McLennan would have been most upset with some of the defensive qualities at certain times, and they've got to muscle up at the Rhinos pack. They've got to be a little bit more aggressive.
They've won just one of 3 previous Magic Weekend matches, have Wakefield. 2008 in Cardiff, they beat Castleford, their nearest rivals, 54-16. They lost to Huddersfield in 2007, and they lost to Bradford here last year. But they have won the first half against the champions, and they're defending that 12-point lead right now as Jamie Jones-Buchanan takes it forward for the Rhinos. They're still not over the halfway line, but now they are with Diskin, and Diskin has a run, gets a beautiful pass away to Maguire. Maguire puts the ball on the deck, gets the kick in. It was not the best, and Luke George is able to gobble up the possession.
And that just shows you what pressure can do. Diskin, a beautiful run through, nice flick off as well. And Maguire, real panic. Should have been support there to make sure that it was a good kick and chase. We saw it earlier that Sinfield put it right into the corner. That would have been the tactics by Brian McLennan at half-time. And he does not like it one bit.
Interesting for the Leeds Rhinos. Leo Lato, I think he's having one of his best games for the Wakefield Wildcats. Leeds are sending an awful lot of traffic right down the middle channels. They're making him do tackle after tackle, just trying to take a little bit of edge off him.
Here's Ben Jeffries, he's been impressive too. Now this is Jason Demetriou, met by Luke Burgess and Luke Ambler.
Got to be a good kick and chase here from the Wildcats.
Jeffries gets the kick in. Not the best, is it? No,
Not
it's
on
out
the
on the
full.
full.
He raises the arm, says he's very, very sorry. But John Keir knows that that really should have been driven into the ground. Trying to force the error. They've got to be patient though, Eddie. Leeds have to be patient, okay. They're behind on the scoreboard, but they know that they've got the quality, they've got the firepower out wide, and that's good work.
Great work by Luke Ambler. And he's got the penalty, what's more.
Yeah, went too high.
You know, it's almost 40 years to the day since the most famous meeting on a neutral ground. It's actually almost 42 years to the day, because it was May 1968 when the Challenge Cup was staged between Leeds and Wakefield. Leeds won it 11-10. Don Fox missed the goal in the last second. It was a game that is written large in rugby league folklore, and whenever you talk about Leeds and Wakefield, all the fans remember that final. It was nicknamed the Water Splash Final, and Don Fox never really recovered from the last second miss. But here now comes Chris Clarkson again. Oh, has he got that down?
How on earth has a youngster got it down? But he has. There was 4 would-be defenders all around him.
And he believes he scored this.
So do I.
I don't think there's any doubt seeing that.
That is a wonderful effort. Look at that. There's 4 would-be players trying to stop him, and he says, I'll just wriggle out. Well, that is amazing. Clarkson has scored a vital try. They had the numbers there, did Wakefield, but nobody went for the ball-carrying arm. This will be confirmation, and it is T.R.Y.
Yes, Phil Bentham says the try for Chris Clarkson. And Chris Clarkson gets the try that just could reignite the Leeds challenge here.
Should have been stopped. There you see the high tackle from Tavita Leolatu. Got them into the position, but this should have been prevented. When you've got so many people there, and to allow the youngster, it was a great effort, spinning through, upper body strength. He had to really, really fight for it, and then he said, well, they've let me go.
No hint of a double movement. The ball-carrying arm didn't hit the ground. Sinfield doesn't miss those. Leeds back in contention once again, 22-28. Chris Clarkson's first ever try in the Super League, his first ever try for the Leeds Rhinos, the former East Leeds amateur. And Brian McLennan, although he doesn't look any happier, he must surely be after that great effort from 20-year-old Chris Clarkson.
And it just shows you that the poor king from Wakefield that went out on the full really should have been dragging the Rhinos back into their own defensive quarter. They failed to do that, gave Leeds the position. But that was a fine effort by Chris Clarkson.
Time off.
12 points for the Rhinos, either side of half-time. Game on, 28-22 to Wakefield. They kick off. Here comes Luke Burgess. Good run from Burgess. Broke the first 2 would-be tacklers, couldn't get away from the next man in. Here's Peacock, he's come back to add his considerable strength.
I think Wakefield's ability to defend in the middle of the field will determine whether or not they win this game, Eddie. There's an inability to defend because they've conceded a penalty. And I think the biggest improvement between Wakefield today and over the last month has been the guys in the middle who defended and held back and be able to control the Leeds players, but they couldn't control Jamie Peacock. And this will be the test here now in the remaining half an hour of this match. They may score the tries out wide, Leeds, but it'll be the effort and intensity and pressure that they pose in the middle of the field that will determine the winner.
That's good work in defence against the run from Ian Kirk by Johnson and Paul King. And
good work by Diskin, he's got it.
He noticed they weren't standing square.
He poached the penalty there. Great to see, quick thinking. Ran straight at Johnson, knew that he was going to get the penalty. That'll give him an extra 30 metres downfield.
He just invited the challenge, didn't he? And Johnson couldn't resist.
You can see there that the skipper, Kevin Sinfield, barking out the orders. They'll probably take 2 drives and then it'll be the link.
More hard yards gained up front by Jamie Peacock. This is Diskin. Here is Maguire, pops it up to Burgess. Luke Burgess gets away from the first tackler again. 4 men there needed to bring Luke Burgess down. Diskin once again fires the pass to Brent Webb. Webb then, oh, that's a gift to Ben Jeffries. Ben Jeffries has got the entire Leeds team after him. And Ben Jeffries is winning the race.
Well, he knows he hasn't got the legs, but he did the right thing to hang on, and that should be a penalty. Well, Maguire held the leg down, and that should have been picked up by the official. He knows he's got away with it. Those vital seconds allowed the Rhinos to get their defence back into position. That's ridiculous how the official has not picked up on that.
This is Korkidas now for Wakefield. That's tackle number 4. 10 minutes of this second half gone. Real contest to end the first day of the Magic weekend. Good hands. Here's Demetriou. Good tackle by Sinfield, that. Now Jeffries. Will he float the kick wide again? Yes, he does. Looking for Damien Blanche. Ball has bounced for Cade Senior.
They got the numbers there. It was a good kick right into the corner, but Leeds definitely got the numbers. Oh, that's a beautiful play by Maguire.
Grounded by Korkidas. He plays it to Hall. Hall then with the pass to Senior, takes the return.
The one thing that Leeds have upped the tempo on, and that's trying to get the ball played as quickly as possible. John Keir is fully aware of this. You can see how the Wakefield defence is coming out very quickly out wide. They're trying to force Leeds down that single channel, down the middle.
Peacock will do that all night. Burgess again. Good hit by Paul King. Last tackle, Leeds still in their own half. Looking for the kick here from Sinfield. Good kick too. And Murphy will run it back for Wakefield. Gets away from Delaney. Good ground made forward by the young fullback, Aaron Murphy. Luke George now.
Yeah, he's been impressive this season, hasn't he, Aaron Murphy? He gets himself in a good position, learning all the time.
Dale Morton plays the ball. Bailey with the tackle. It was on James Davey. As well as James Davey and, of course, Dale Morton. John Keir has also brought a couple of the other junior players, the youngsters, to just experience and sample this Murrayfield atmosphere and the atmosphere of the Magic weekend. There's a penalty to Wakefield for a ball steal, 2 in the tackle.
Yeah, Diskin was always getting that football. 2 attached to the big frame of King.
Interesting here. Diskin penalised. They have elected to kick for goal, Wakefield.
Well, maybe some similarities to when Wigan kicked at goal against Harlequins last week. They had a lead and it ended up being a turning point perhaps in the match. Harlequins fought back and eventually overhauled them.
Just a sign there that they're probably short of a little bit of breath. You nailed it early on, Phil. They've been battered, Wakefield, in the middle channels. They don't quite look that confident at the minute, but they won't go away, will they? They're not going to give this game up. It's blow for blow. 2 teams, comparable in their league position, and they're fighting tooth and nail in this one. A clear signal would have been then to have a quick tap and try and put Leeds under pressure, but they've just gone to get a little bit of security on the scoreboard.
How vital would a win for Wakefield be, and a 3-point gap between them and the champions at this stage of the season, the halfway mark?
I think far more important for Wakefield to win than Leeds. Leeds are just coming back. You can get that kind of feel, can't you, about it? Wakefield are more desperate to win this game, I think, than the Leeds Rhinos.
Jeffries has pouched the 2 points, much to the delight of the Wakefield supporters behind those posts. It's 30 points to 22.
Well, that's great respect that John Keir, the coach, has offered the Rhinos. Take the opportunity. They haven't had much possession, in the Leeds half in this second stanza, and maybe I think that he got it right there. We'll take the 2.
Doesn't he love John Keir? Doesn't he love to upset the glamour pusses of Super League? He really does, doesn't he? Well, I'm not just saying that Leeds are the only glamour puss team, by the way.
No, I understand.
He would do exactly the same if it was Wigan, Warrington or whoever.
Yeah, and he just has this wonderful knack, John Keir. I know he gets a bit irritated with me when I keep saying to him he's an old-fashioned style of coach. Well, he is, and he demands a lot of respect, and I think that that's something that they've shown Wakefield today.
Only the 3rd time in 2010 that Wakefield have hit the 30-point mark in a Super League match. Paul King gets them over halfway, spins and offloads in the tackle. That's good defence, though, on show from Brett Delaney there. Obbs was the dummy half. Korkidas has run strongly, as he has been in this match. As strong as I've ever seen him run, actually, this season. Playing well.
Yeah, sometimes he runs a bit hot and cold, and that's a charge
down. It'll be 6 to go. Aaron Murphy has the ball and a bit of space ahead of him.
Well, has he called a 6 again? Yeah,
Yes,
I think he has, yeah.
Yes, he did. So Davey was the dummy half on that occasion. That was Jeffries. He got it away to Demetriou, I think that is.
This will be no frills by the forwards. Take it through. Then the likes of Jeffries and Sam Obst will provide the link. Probably King will take another drive.
Solid run from Kevin Henderson. Good work at marker again by Ian Kirk. Here's Paul King up the middle, short ball to Korkidas. He keeps the legs pumping, going for the line.
They were lucky there. That certainly looked forward to me.
Last tackle here for Wakefield.
Kick into the in goal. That's what they need.
Obst. Sliced back off Luke George. Obst again. Obst dabs it forward. Came off the chest of Bailey. It's play on. Leeds have got it back.
Well, maybe the wrong option, the chip over the top. It's more awkward to try to get to if you just shove it into the corner. And Korkidas has been caught down for holding the man, trying to get up and play the ball. It was a good tap back, though, by Luke George, but Ops could not drag it in.
Well, easy yards forward for the champions there from that penalty conceded by Korkidas. 9-6 the penalty count now in the champions' favour. 56 minutes of the match gone. There's an 8-point ball game. Leeds won't be panicking, though. They've got plenty of time. It's with Maguire.
And they've got plenty of talent as well. He's having to take the pivot role now is Danny Maguire, and got to be a little bit more aggressive, though, in the forward play. They've got to try to punch through.
It's Ian Kirk, and Ian Kirk gets a penalty. Again, it's Korkidas who has been caught by the referee. Interference at the play of the ball once again. Well, Kirk wanting to get on with it.
It wouldn't surprise me if John Keir sends a message out and says, we're going to substitute you. That's 2 silly penalties. It's allowed Leeds to go about 60 metres downfield.
Indeed so. Look where they are now. Here's Ian Kirk again. He's run really strongly all day. The man who set up the first-minute try for Lee Smith last week. Here's Ryan Bailey now for the champions. That's the try line that Wakefield are defending. That's how close the Leeds Rhinos are. Diskin's the man at dummy half. It'll come back to Sinfield. Oh, and Jamie Jones-Buchanan went the wrong way. Lost a little bit of ground there on the 3rd tackle. Sinfield once again. Here is Delaney. He'll drive it in, will Brett Delaney. Try against St Helens last week was his 3rd in the last 4 Super League matches. Diskin to Jamie Peacock. Grounded on the last. 2 metres short of the line. Diskin, Sinfield, quick hands, Webb. Hoisted high looking for Lee Smith. Finds Lee Smith. Oh, and a knock on by Delaney.
Just couldn't take it on the half volley.
Furious Brett Delaney. Slammed the ball into the turf then.
I don't think he'll be as furious as the coach, Brian McLennan, because he knows it's a golden opportunity. The Rhinos should have been camping down there.
Mike, if I was a Wakefield defender at that point, I'd have said, thank goodness that Brent Webb has stood back and kicked the ball. He's so dynamic and quick, powerful from a standing start, and they went, goodness me, it's in the air, we've got a chance.
This last week, so important to Leeds. Demetriou for Wakefield.
Good run as well.
Can King get them over halfway as they hit the last tackle? No, Leeds deny him that opportunity, but he's not far away from the halfway line. So now the kick will have to be good from Jeffries. It's not bad. It'll find the ground, will it? No, Brent Webb saw to that. And he'll run it back with interest. Oh, tremendous tackle by Damien Blanche.
Tackle of the day. Poor Brent Webb said, what's coming at me?
It was a Wakefield bus. Here's Lee Smith. Tremendous tackle from Damien Blanche.
Certainly was, wasn't it?
One who really did come alive. He set the World Cup alight, didn't he, 2008. Peacock for the Irish, of course. Last tackle here for Leeds. They're on halfway. Maguire rather just drifts the ball over the top, hacks it forward again. Was he taken out?
Yeah,
no.
get the penalty, was it? No, he said
the
play
referee
on.
says play on.
Well, that was crafty work there by Danny Maguire. I think he tried to con the referee.
Yeah, I think he went for the penalty, didn't he? He looked to try and kid the ref.
The number of Wakefield players, though, back here on the second kick is very impressive. Even if he got to the ball, it would have been difficult for him to score. There were so many white shirts desperate for that ball when it went over with the first chip, and it was just as much as so on the second one. Look at them. They're all pushing hard to make sure that they're the first ones to it. Like you say, there doesn't feel like a cup atmosphere, a sudden death approach to this match, and Wakefield have that desperation to win it.
Yes, they do. That Maguire little piece of genius reminded me of the genius we saw last year from Thomas Bosque in the south of France when he chipped over the defensive line twice to score. It was a sensational try from Bosque. We almost saw a repeat of it then. That wasn't the best kick from Jeffries, and here comes Ryan Hall.
Well, that's a second kick downfield by the Wildcats where the chase has been poor. Now that indicates to me that quite a few of the players are running out of gas. And it's going to be vital. We've just slipped into the final quarter.
Just reminded by Ian Proctor, who knows these things better than anybody I know in the world, that Thomas Bosque has not actually scored another try for Catalan Dragons since that two-chip effort he got last year.
Boy, he's good, isn't it?
Oh.
That was quick.
He'll give you the crowd as well if you like. He'll know every single one of them. Here comes Bailey.
Wakefield just tightened up on that defensive process, not giving penalties away on the last two sets. That's been important for them.
Last tackle here for the Rhinos. The ball will go to Ayr off the boot of Maguire. Luke George is outnumbered 2-1. Luke George comes up with it, though. It was flicked back, and Luke George said, thanks very much. Here goes Dale Morton.
Oh, he's lost possession. Crunch. That was a crunching tackle on Morton.
And this is Jamie Jones-Buchanan. Up the middle he goes. Here's a chance for Leeds now.
They're getting over the advantage line with the big forwards as well. I get the impression, Eddie, that Wakefield are tiring very quickly indeed.
We're in the last quarter of the match. Diskin in at dummy half quickly, finds Webb. Here's Bailey. Bailey will go up the middle. There are three there, though, to stop him. And they do on tackle number 2. So there's plenty in the bag here for Leeds Rhinos. I think Bailey's got a problem. Played that ball very gingerly, walked away, or rather staggered away, holding on to either his top of his thigh or his shoulder or his arm. And Ryan Hall's in for a hat-trick. Try is given. Ryan Hall gets the hat-trick try into double figures for 2010. Ryan Bailey with a problem for Leeds. But Leeds, Ryan Hall giving all the problems to Wakefield down that left flank. Terrific try, they're back in it again.
Certainly was. Morton just lost possession. It allowed them to range it through, but this was wonderful work on the blind side. Watch this from Maguire. Throws the dummy in and out, and the slip. Sucks in Blanche, and Ryan Hall says, I'll take the hat-trick. Good work from Diskin to start it. Webb passes it on, but watch Maguire in and out. Sean Gleeson couldn't do anything about it. Damien Blanche knew that he had to go for it, and it left the opening for Ryan Hall.
Well, Super League's top try scorer of last year is back in the groove in a big way, and he's got hat-tricks in his career. He's got 5 tries against Castleford in 2009. He got 4 in the cup tie recently against Hull in 2010. What's the betting he doesn't get another 1 or 2 here tonight? What a kick from Sinfield. It's 28-30. Well, we had a couple of matches at the start that were tight as drums. They couldn't score points. We've seen Warrington rack up the biggest ever total of points in the Magic Weekend history, and we've got another point-a-thon in progress here.
And still plenty of time to go, and you just got that impression that the Rhinos are feeling that their opposition are now struggling. Do they have the energy, Wakefield, to hang on? I think it'll be a big mistake. You can see there quite clearly we've only had 64 minutes of this game, so they do not have to rush the Rhinos. They can just build up slowly but surely.
That was another 20-year-old Luke Ambler who took that ball up from the kick-off, the first collision. And this now is Luke Burgess, and he's grounded by those three. Obbs was all over him. Diskin gets it away to Sinfield. He gets it away to Clarkson. Leeds just gaining momentum, just getting over the advantage line. Peacock again. Terrific run from the England captain. On halfway, he plays it to Diskin. There's Sinfield with a measured kick to the corner. Tremendous kick. Murphy will have to run it back again, and Leeds will hunt the mistake, as they did just before.
Good call as well by the fullback, Aaron Murphy. He said it's mine. Made sure he got through, but then you can see there that John Keir realises they have a problem with the energy. And there's for quite some time when they were in that defensive line, they threw Luke George down in the middle.
Let's go down to Bill.
Yeah, Ryan Bailey on the sidelines for the Rhinos. We saw him coming off with a shoulder problem. It's the left shoulder that he's just banged, I think. He's just a great bag of ice, just goes on it at the moment, but he's been able to raise his arm under the instructions of the Leeds doctor, and he looks okay. But obviously, big game coming up. They don't want him picking up any more knocks. They've already lost Rob Burrow in this game with a knee problem. They don't need to lose another player. Luke Burgess was due to go back on anyway.
Lee Smith will run this ball back. It was another poor kick from Ben Jeffries, straight to Brent Webb. They give it width. Here goes Ryan Hall, the man who loves to score the tries. Oh, he released the ball. Didn't need to, and Wakefield, I think, have got it back. It's a knock on.
Play the knock on.
Which way?
This should be Wakefield's.
It is.
It is, yeah. Well, it was a great run, wasn't it?
Well, was there
Ryan
a knock
Hall
on the deck here?
Yeah,
was that a knock on there?
I think it might have been Delaney with a trailing arm. No, it's Webb. Yeah, just gets a fingertip to it.
Yeah, well done, Thierry Alibert.
Uncle Albert got that one right, that's for sure. It's now then they've got to try to just settle down now. That's what John Keir will be saying to them. Look, come on, play to the pattern.
I disagree, Mike. I think Wakefield need to be thinking about, we've got to score here, because if they go behind, it will be even harder for them to come out. They can't hope that they're going to get to 80 minutes with a 2-point lead. They did score 5 tries in the first half. They're capable of getting over the line, but they need to believe and play for that now.
Yeah, but they've got to get into a very good position first.
Well, they're in that position now. Here goes Richard Moore. That's the 4th tackle gone. Davey is the man in at dummy half. Sam Obst. Sam Obst then finds Jeffries. Good quick hands. Here's Jason Demetriou. And it's Leeds' turn to muscle up in defence, but that's the last tackle here now. Jeffries asking his players to come forward on this last tackle. One more big effort. Obst with the kick out wide. Looking for Luke George. Well, the ball has dropped and it has been touched down, I think, by Aaron Murphy. And here is a massive call from video referee Phil Bentham. How did the ball arrive at Aaron Murphy's hands?
They're all onside. He's checking that out, is Phil Bentham. So that's fine. He wants to see who gets a hand to this. George, it's a beautiful jump. That'll be a knock-on. To me, that's a knock-on.
Doesn't it go backwards? This will tell us.
Well, watch the first impact. That's going forward.
Is it off Lee Smith?
No, I think it's off Luke George as far as that's concerned.
Well, there's confusion this end of the commentary box. What about you two?
Well, I think Luke George does knock it forward with his right hand, Eddie. I think that's there's no clear evidence, but that would be my assessment of it. And then there's possibly a knock-on in the in-goal area anyway by Murphy.
Yeah, there's no movement from the arm to flick it backwards. He's going in that direction, and the ball goes the same way. A little bit slower than Luke George, but nevertheless in the same direction. Clear knock-on.
Yep. Paul and I agree.
Well, and so does Phil, so...
Yep.
The only man whose opinion counts, of course, is Phil Benton, the video referee, and what does he say? The try's denied. It's a 20-metre restart, and Leeds, well, they'll be happy with that.
Wait, Matt, wait. On 10.
Whoa, they were close. Wakefield was so close to what, with 12.5 minutes to go, just might have been a clinching try. As it is, the fat is still in the fire. 28-30. But the champions having the devil's own job against the Wildcats. This is Ambler now.
Move. Go. Yes.
Diskin, good ball. Peacock stands, looks for the offload. There was nobody there to give it to. It was a good tackle low down by Henderson. Here goes Diskin again, looking for that penalty. He got the 10 metres, that's why Henderson could come in.
Great work by the hooker, Eddie. That was something that Leeds really needed. He's been red hot over the last 15 minutes. It's a good kick. What a take.
And he was actually taken out in midair by Lee Smith. It was Dale Morton who was given the call from his coach John Keir at the very last minute. Dale Morton
put under a lot of pressure, and you can see there that Lee Smith certainly goes for, well, he tried for the ball, but didn't get there.
Tried to catch the ball, didn't he?
Yeah, but he caught the head on the shoulder, didn't he?
Yeah, he made contact.
So Leeds 2 points behind. No need to panic. Plenty of time remaining. Sure that Brian McLennan will be telling his players that.
Well, I bet the Wakefield fans don't forget the agony or pain of the game at Bellevue last year at home when they led against Leeds until those dying seconds. They won't want to go through that again, and now a tough 10 minutes or 11 minutes for them here. They've got to continue to play, though. There can't be this nervous element where you're hoping that the clock ticks over.
Well, that game you're referring to, Wakefield led 30-16 with 15 minutes to go, and Leeds came back and won it 32-30. And if I remember rightly, wasn't it Kevin Sinfield who kicked one off the touchline?
That was a poor pass by Paul Johnson, straight into the arms of Diskin. And you can see that they're running
another penalty here that Wakefield have conceded.
Not standing square.
That's the big play for the Leeds Rhinos. I thought that inclusion of Leo Lazu back off the bench onto the field for the Wakefield Wildcats might just liven things up, but they're doing the things that they shouldn't be doing at the moment, going backwards, defending the try line against the champions. Sensational kick from Sinfield as well. Look where they are, where they begin this set of six. This is Burgess. They're underneath the Wakefield posts here. And there is Badiris. It comes back to Maguire. And Maguire torments them, gets it wide to Senior. Senior keeps it going to Webb. Leeds throwing caution to the wind here, looking for the try that just might win it. This is Luke Ambler. 2 tackles gone, 4 remaining. Wakefield defending their own line for their lives. Sinfield, back it comes to Webb. He's clattered by George, gets it away to Clarkson. Here is Delaney. This is Lee Smith, and Lee Smith is halted by Luke George.
He knew he had to come back on the inside, couldn't risk going towards a whitewash. Possession is vital now for the Rhinos.
Webb gets the ball in field. Peacock, great offload to Sinfield. Sinfield went to throw the pass, and a player ran on his inside as the dummy runner. And Wakefield breathe a sigh of relief. Dimitri gets it away. Here is Gleeson.
That could just completely change this game around.
You know, they deserve a little bit of luck, Wakefield, not necessarily on that play, but the previous set in defence. There was only 3 people defending from the post to the touchline. They scrambled and they got hold of Lee Smith.
Well, who'd be a coach? John Keir must be biting his fingernails. They've got less than 9 minutes to go. They lead by 2 points, Wakefield. It would be such an important win for them.
Certainly would, and I'm with Paul in the fact that Tabita Leolatu is out there. He caused Leeds quite a lot of trouble in that first half. He could be the key player.
Here's Obst, changes direction brilliantly, bounces off one, gets away from Ambler, gets away from Burgess, gets away from another. Leolatu wide. Ryan Hall went for the interception then.
But that was sheer panic by Wakefield.
Well, they're the team
that's in front, and they really shouldn't have had to do that. Gleeson really could have taken the tackle, then get the kick and chase, apply the pressure. Now they are having to absorb that pressure.
Leeds form the scrum quickly. The clock is halted.
by instinct. Sean Gleeson was going for the same flick pass that put Blanche away in the opening first half of this game. It's by instinct, just a flick of the fingers, it's all in the wrist, and he was trying to get his winger away for the winning score.
So here come Leeds. These are the matches you'll be able to see with us tomorrow. Magic Weekend continues tomorrow here on Sky Sports Live, Sky Sports HD4 and Sky Sports 4 all afternoon. 3 tackles gone this set of 6. Badiris at dummy half for the Leeds Rhinos. Here is Peacock. Peacock driving it in. It was Kevin Henderson who got the tackle in. Now it's with Sinfield. Oh, and they've gone without it again, and Luke George has got it! An important grab of the shirt tail there by Chris Clarkson. Luke George was away.
That's a game saver. It was all over.
Oh, high shot by Peacock, penalty Wakefield. They'll take their time, they won't rush this.
Right there. And that is not a good time to come out with it. Right over the top. The first impact onto the shoulder, but he goes right up into the face. And Morton certainly felt it. He is not a happy bunny.
Pained expression on the face of Jamie Peacock. Wakefield have another set of 6 here. 7 minutes to go. They lead by 2 points. Paul King, the forwards have done a fantastic job for Wakefield thus far. John Key is on his way down.
Which is not surprising.
Here goes King up the middle.
That's a great run. You know, it's things like that. Just taking the ball, dragging in the defence. It just lifts the side. Now then, Leo Latu, what can he do?
Pops it up to Ben Jeffries. Was that another high shot from Badiris?
Oh, across the chest. Oh, no, Jeffries is not too happy with it. Is he trying to just... no, I think he did.
He gets to his feet groggily. This is Sam Obbs, delays the pass. It's Aaron Murphy. That's the last one for Wakefield.
Dink it into the in-goal area, try to get the second set. That's good play.
And they'll get the second set, will they? Or will Brent Webb get out? No, they will get the second set. And I was going to say that Wakefield would mortgage their town hall to get another set of 6 here, and they've just got it.
Quick kick from
no
Sinfield.
cost.
Watch this, way. What will he do? Quick one or short one?
Well, he wants to get it back in play, doesn't he?
Well, Sinfield is the pass master at this.
Tremendous work, though, from Wakefield. He's gone deep. Murphy's underneath. Here comes Jason Demetriou. Weighs up his options, decides to take the ball towards Jamie Jones-Buchanan, takes the tackle. Look at the clock, 5.5 minutes to go. 2 points the difference. The best contest of this Magic Weekend Day 1. They've saved it to the last. King gets to his feet, plays it to Leo Latu. Here is Paul Johnson. Cut down by Jamie Jones-Buchanan. Leo Latu again. Now with Obst, finds Jeffries. Jeffries, lovely ball to Demetriou, goes through Ambler, can't get away from Senior. They're inching closer, though, to that Leeds line. Leo Latu weighs up the options again, runs laterally, finds Jeffries. He gets it away. Chance here for Dale Ferguson. That's the last. Will they get another set of 6? Will they get a 4-pointer? It's with Murphy! Murphy gets the ball away. They still got it.
They're still getting it away.
Alive. Morton on the last. Hoist the kick. Oh, and it was well controlled by Ryan Hall. It's a tap on the 20-metre line.
Well, that was amazing what Wakefield did then. It looked as though they'd gone for the wrong option, went for the power play, get it away. They got the kick away finally.
They're just over 4 minutes away from beating Leeds Rhinos twice in a Super League season for the first time in the 15-year history of this competition.
They'd have been far better getting tackled right on the line instead of taking a chance with a kick and the 20-metre quick tap restart.
Leeds desperate for the try. They've got 4 minutes to go. They've never led in this match, the champions. They're within 2 points. It's with Maguire. He goes long and finds Senior, and Senior will attack them down that left side. Gets the ball away to Brent Webb, and here's a chance, and that could be the try for Badiris. The referee's going to give this. Leeds hit the front for the first time so late in the game. Danny Badiris, Brent Webb, the pass away to him, and Danny Badiris. His only starting appearance in 2 months came against Hull in Super League 3 weeks ago. And Danny Badiris might just have won this match for the Leeds Rhinos. What a time to hit the front for the first time in this dramatic match.
Keeping the ball alive, it was good work by Senior as well, back on the inside. Super stuff. Webb knew that he had Badeiras coming through. He had to get it the second time. Great positioning by Thierry Alibert. But watch Senior, in and out, just shrugs them the way and then offloads. That is superb play. We knew he was going to have to take something. Now then, the momentum, the ball carrying arm had hit the deck, but he was still moving. Some of the Wakefield players thought that he'd been tackled, but he didn't. He was moving over, spun away, had to get it on the second one, and he is absolutely distraught, as John Keir.
Well, he'll feel like his pocket has been picked.
Hey, stop. Hey, stop.
They've hit the front for the first time, and there mightn't be enough time for Wakefield to mount a serious charge. Sinfield to try and add the extras.
I'm on.
The captain obliges, but Danny Badeiras, the man who made his full debut here for Leeds in the Magic Weekend 12 months ago, just might have snatched the victory for Brian McLennan and his team of champions, and they will get into the top 8 as we hit the halfway point. But what a struggle. There's still 2.5 minutes to go, though.
Yep, don't write them off. Wakefield will go for the short kick-off. But that was a classic try, created by Senior's ability to step, come back on the inside, and then have the support play by Webb. And finally, they've gone for the short. Will they get it back? Yes, they will. Oh, no, they won't. Yes, they will. Well, what's he given?
It's a penalty to Leeds because the Wakefield man was in front of the knock-on. He's given a penalty. The Wakefield players think he has given the knock-on. He's got them for offside.
Come on.
John Keir thinks it should have been head and feet at the scrum to Wakefield. But it wasn't a scrum, it was a penalty.
I got it wrong a little bit before, Eddie, when I said I thought Leo Latu might come off the bench and make a massive impact. He's been on. He's not made a tackle since he's been on the field for that second spell, and now he's off again.
Well, we made the point, Eddie, is the fact that Wakefield looked very tired 3/4 of the way through this game. And full credit to Leeds, they have not panicked, they've just kept playing it through. Good hard work from the forwards, it got them in a position, but it took some class to score that try.
Clarkson drives it into the last minute. Here is Peacock. Still going, Jamie Peacock, still going Peacock, dragging Leeds to the Wakefield line. Tremendous effort. Back it goes to Maguire. He was closed down by Jeffries, but he still managed to get away. And Maguire running and arcing now towards the line, clawed down by Gleeson. Last tackle here. 30 seconds remaining.
Get it into touch, get it into touch.
Ryan Hall gets the ball away, Maguire flicks it forward. And that will be the turnover, says the referee on the 10, because it was a forward pass.
Now it's a kick and chase, kick and chase, yeah. Tap it, there's no one, and I can't believe it. Webb has not gone back yet. He's creeping back now.
Badeiras, though, with a very important tackle on Dale Ferguson.
It's got to be a kick and chase. Oh, well, that's not a good one.
It's a hump and hope. Jamie Jones-Buchanan goes down, and Leeds have won a titanic battle here at Murrayfield against Wakefield. Brian McLennan knows his men have played their biggest get-out-of-jail-free card of the season. Michael Korkidas, who was playing his 200th career game in the British Rugby League, he has run his blood to water, as have all the Wakefield players, but it's Leeds who prevail. Leeds led for 3 minutes in the match, but it was the important 3 minutes. It was the last 3 minutes. But that was a fantastic game, and well,